Namaskar. All the highest authorities of SCPR and the lovers of philosophy and followers of SCPR. Feel highly privileged and honored actually in being invited here for the talk and concluding remarks of this present session. In fact, before I have to say something, it is my duty to offer reverence to memories of Gurudev, Gurudevji, on behalf of my institute, Deccan College, and also on my personal behalf. We all know the history, the life sketch of Gurudev Ranade ji, that he stayed for a considerable time in Deccan College, Pune, and probably that was the place here where he had lot of experience. Today, we are happy to announce that the room where Gurudev ji stayed that has been curated by Deccan College, and it is going to give us great inspiration. It is an inspirational force for us, all of us, and we are looking forward to extend our collaboration with ACPR in a significant manner. Maybe we can go with collaborative activities in future also. This session was very important for me because very important scholars, two important scholars, Param Puja Nityasthananda Ji Maharaj, happened to be here, and his speech was eye-opening for us. The core part, the purport of Upanishads, actually he brought us before us in a very lucid manner. His speech was bilingual. I don't understand Kannada, but still I could understand what he said because of his quotations from the Upanishad and other things. Firstly, the pursuit for a truth, the pursuit for knowledge, and the pursuit for happiness. These three pursuits are very important to human life. And entire Upanishads, when we see, they are nothing but the dialogues in the quest of these three things. Search for ultimate truth from Upanishads begins with Adihi Bhagavo Brahman. And Upanishads, nothing they form, just dialogues between Guru and Shishya. Guru has to approach the Shishya has to approach the Guru, and Guru has to disseminate the significance of that. But it is through tapas. Tapasa Brahma Vijidnyasasva. That is very important what Swamiji draw our attention to. That tapasa Brahma Vijidnyasasva. It was not, ready-made or kind of instant kind of knowledge. The Shishya has to undergo tapas, and that is very central theme of the Upanishads. Punaha tapaha, punaha vijidnyasasva. So he has always doubts, he has always questions, and question is very crucial to the Upanishads and Indian tradition. And at every question, answer is not readily given. Again, you have to undergo penance for 12 years, 13 years, and we have many stories in Upanishads where the Shishya has to undergo penance again and again, and then he reaches the ultimate pursuit of truth, knowledge, and happiness. So, the search for the truth went on since the time immemorial. That was the important observation of Swamiji. Secondly, he draws our attention to search for the knowledge, and which has given rise to the science of epistemology, which we cannot negate, which we cannot deny. Actually, relational knowledge is very important. That's what he draw our attention to, because nothing can exist in separation. Everything is related to another thing, and that is the core idea, relational knowledge. And whole truth the knowledge has to be relational knowledge, and the quest or the pursuit is towards that kind of knowledge which is in relation to others. We talk about many things, but it is in relation with something. That is the idea of Upanishads. What is real? Knowledge, thirst for knowledge, that we understood from his knowledge. Just gathering information is not enough, and that is not knowledge, but organization, harmonizing that information is the education. That was the idea, and he referred to teachings of Swami Vivekananda ji also. Education, certain association with nervous ideas, and that was very important observation for us to know, because we are accepting now, we have already accepted new education policy in our country, and what is the real essence of education, how it is different from just gathering information, that is something message which we have to learn from the Upanishads. Third quest is that of Sukhanveshana, pursuit for happiness, pursuit for happiness. Actually, every jiva, every being is struggling for happiness and nothing else. Whatever we do today, everything is for our happiness. But happiness, there is Ananda Mimamsa elaborately described in Upanishads, where I did not go now into details. But that Ananda Mimamsa, uh, the happiness, the gradation of happiness, the gradation of ananda is very beautifully explained in Upanishads, and that ananda which is sought, which is pursuit, for which there is pursuit, is that ultimate absolute ananda, which is the highest bliss, and for that everything has been uh, has been described in Upanishads. Every being is struggling for that, but search for happiness is, we are searching for happiness outside, but that happiness, that ananda is inside, within the human being, and that we have to actually search for. This is the message from that. So, in the pursuit of happiness outside, we miss our own end. That is the central idea. So, search for happiness results in actually creation of culture. That was the observation. And we know the creation of culture, nothing but it starts from the search of happiness. So, everything is very beautifully interlinked. Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Example of coffee was very apt example, and how we decorate our own hut. We see culture, the evolution of culture and the beauty of culture, but underneath that there is the quest for happiness. We derive some happiness from that art, and sa kala ya vimuktaye, sa vidya ya vimuktaye, like that, kala also leads us to that. So perfectly Sat, Chit, and Ananda, these three verticals are there, and Sat, truth, Chit, knowledge, and Ananda, that is art. So when we talk about all these three things, the aspects of human life, uh, beginning with Sat, what is the ultimate absolute existence, Chit is absolute knowledge, and Ananda is absolute or highest bliss. Towards that, these three terms, how they lead us, what is the import of these three terms, this is very core and essential to the Upanishads, and we thank Swamiji for his exposition, lucid exposition, and very brief idea of that. Ultimately, he closes his speech with Jnanena nahi Jnanena sadrusham pavitram ihe vidyate kinchana. That is very important, because Jnana leads to moksha. Actually, Upanishads, we know that distinction is made between Paravidya and Aparavidya. Vidya is twofold, Para and Apara. Avidyaya mrityum tirtva, Vidyaya amritam asniyat. So, Jnana is something pavitra which purifies you of everything, and pavitra that leads you to the moksha. So, nahi jnanena sadrusham pavitram yaha vidyate kinchana. So, the highest importance given to knowledge, pursuit of knowledge, that is what reflected all through all these sentences from the Upanishads. So, we profusely thank Swamiji for his observations and bringing the kernel of Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Second, Dr. Radhika Jadhav, she is a very authority scholar of philosophy, and sometimes we were colleagues in Ferguson College. So it was for me really a boon to listen to Dr. Radhika Jadhav. She is also representing another institute, Ferguson College, where Gurudev ji had his association. He taught in Ferguson College. So today Deccan College and Ferguson College, two important institutes where Gurudev ji was associated, have privilege to come here. Actually, diversity, beauty of diversity is there, and no work of philosophy could be interpreted in different ways. So, Dayananda ji and Gurudev ji, two important stalwarts of our society, our culture, our nation, how they have different opinions regarding the authority of Vedas and Upanishads. I like this. This was very particular to know, because they differ in views. There is synthesis also. this is very much debated, the authority of Vedas. How much, what is referred by Vedas, Mantra Brahmana Vedanamadehyam, that is also one of the interpretations. But Dayanandaji actually, so beautiful diversity is there. And unless we honor this diversity, we cannot allow ourselves to appreciate it. So if we want to appreciate Gurudev ji in more significant manner, if we want to uh, add to our knowledge, appreciate it morely, we must understand Dayananda ji. And to understand Dayananda ji in true sense, we have to understand Gurudev ji also. So I think this lecture has opened our eyes to the beauty of diversity of diverse interpretations on the Vedic authority, Upanishads authority. Every observation was very important, how Upanishads play a primary role for Gurudev ji, and for Dayananda ji it is the Vedas that play formal role. Their work, their their contribution to the society and culture differ in some ways, but both of them do form integral part of our Indian culture. So thanks to Dr. Radhika Jadhav. I can understand the limits of time and I must honor the limits of time. I also got the note. So before I close something, this is the philosophical discourse and we have to go deep and deep into that. So every year this kind of conference is being organized. So I feel really grateful for inviting me here, that the authorities have invited me here. I would like to be a part of this on my personal behalf and also my institute. So while giving thanks to all of you for your participation in the session, I would like to conclude my talk. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir.